Hello, beautiful fellow human beings. It's pouring outside. Finally got this dresser in here. I'll loosen this. A little more, I guess. Oh, don't know if you can see out there. For a good second, it did sound like hail. I think it did hail. Two good smacks against the window. Wow, the sun's peeking out now. So, got this dresser in here, so been just trying to slowly get all the little old gold. Yeah, I might have to run out there. The sun's popping out. Pretty nice. So, gonna be using that for storage, so figured might as well just stream this thing getting filled up. Just little, tchotchkes from existing. Found this, which I thought was pretty nice. And I believe Tatted ordered the Eastern Star handkerchief. A lot of little things. I believe this is for barrels. I use it for seeds. Used it for seeds, now it safely sits up there. I'm not too sure what to do with, like, very small things, so also gonna be putting some of my tins in there and utilizing those as storage. I should zoom out because there is down here. I'm not sure the purpose of these, but a little attached to them, so try not to knock anything over, so I will be shuffling. I think there's one more of those. And then there's like a lot of kind of caches of small old stuff that I also am going to need to get a hand over. And I'm only trying to keep the stuff that I plan on keeping in here, so anything that is going to be vended will be stored elsewhere until I can find some bins. One of my favorites. The bits here. I lost the magnet for this. It's somewhere. But this might be a little... This isn't... I think that'll be a little too close. Hey, where we put that? And a cup. But, oh. The bits for this is... Sorry, that might have been really loud. Oh, Thor book. There's the bits and a few others. Quite a few already in there. And screwdriver flathead. It's a little loud because it's wood. Whole thing. Nice. I have a few of these, but this is... Here. I have a few of these, but this is the one that I'm gonna keep. Because I could actually use that. Also loads of bottles too. I like this one. Anodyne. American Anodyne. Don't have too many glass bottles. I do come across loads of them. Just slowly trying to get everything out of this. Then I could use this for supplies. Oh, on the theme of hand tools, I'll set this right next to that. Got some nice screwdrivers. But this has flathead and Phillips head. I'm not sure when this is from, but ratchet. Nashville. Bunch of different types of like cafe clips, which come in handy. This is really nice too. 1971. Found this at a yard sale already in the frame. Valentine's Day cards. So I guess you would have, there's perforated where you would have ripped them. Pretty neat. One of my favorite finds. Ideally this would be in this. So let me move some stuff. This is nice. Iron and ceramic. For some reason it has the Olympics rings. And all these are piggy banks. I got this one at the thrift store I worked at when I was a kid. Which, I don't know if I told y'all, but I found a lady on eBay. I was like, oh my god, that looks just like, and it was, but you can't like share personal information on eBay. And I gotta find her again so I could just buy something and then she'll write a note. Little things like this I just can never let go of. Oh, no. These were already open, but pretty nice. Old finds. I really like the old dead stock. Hey, Zoidberg! Hey, I really appreciate the fish ID. I knew the one was a snakehead, because I've been like eBaying to see one of them, and I've only seen one because of its eyes, and the one that we saw was huge. Had to have been huge. The eyes were quite jarring, and excuse the yeah, I could not believe. I couldn't really see it in person as well as I could in the camera. So when I was editing it finally, I was like, yes, I knew it. But the pointy fish, the Florida gar, I see those a lot, and never knew what those are. And they're always really, really, really calmly hanging about, just slurping stuff on the top. Been trying to get stuff also on camera that's jumping around the water. Stuff like this, I don't know what to do with. Bouncy ball. It's like tops, like stuff that comes in those Christmas crackers, some stuff from Fun Depot. Anytime I win a little prize, it goes in this jar. Don't know how necessary. Some stuff is gonna get stored. I'm storing some in cardboard boxes, and then anything I'll be using in the next 5 years in plastic totes. That's the plan. Really, really like the wire scorpions, which was gifted this. I got my childhood TV, And he came back with this. Got some Madonna and the Madonna cut. I was gonna throw that on eBay, but never got around to it. And I think it got nicked. Yeah. That for paintbrushes or something. And it's a Disney cup, but I didn't even notice that. I do like that song. La Isla Bonita. Found a random orange sphere also. I'm not sure what that could be. Orange sphere. And I threw it on the desk and it rolled next to an orange pick, so they both went in bags. Got all these little things, which will probably end up on eBay, but I really want to figure out what this symbol's called. Like a pretzel almost. Not too sure what to do with these. Because I really, really dig the symbolism on all the coat of arms or insignias. I don't know too much about these yet, but I acquired quite a few. Good thing to keep in a travel kit. A nice arts and crafts project. It's a really nice one. I had like dozens of these for my grandma, but I crafted through most of them. I think I have one basket kit left and that. Oh, I just noticed it stopped raining. I bet there's a rainbow. Could go and see. Okay. Got some big bag of random toys because I was learning pixel art. So the goal was isometric buildings and whatnot, and cartoons. So I did get quite a bit of, like, quite literally toys. But I tell you what, it helps a lot. Like, oh boy. There was a Lego set, and it was essentially like pixel art, and it was a flower shop. I think I did it on stream, but it was in the beginning where I couldn't even like speak coherently on stream, which still not too good at that, but you know. Yeah, I got big old bags of toys for some reason. I've been trying not to lose my mind out here for a good minute. Gotta keep yourself occupied sometimes. Oh, little dumpling things in here. Ooh. They sing. Hey, that's from childhood, so maybe I could keep this. Bella Chivo Maru clock, which Still one of my favorite eBay stores. I thought it was like a stress ball, I'll be real, but I am in a mood. These are loads of brain teasers and puzzles. I used to keep them in a basket, and it was slightly decorative. Things though. Those are like prizes. I'm convinced I'm gonna do an art project with them. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. Feels like the heat is on. Got some books, which my like antique books. I'm not sure how I'm gonna store them. This one's falling apart. That's why it's in here. The other ones stay static on a shelf, but one of my favorites out of the series. I really wanted to go back to get the rest of them, but dang shop disappeared. And some other one. Got a handbook of forensic science, crime scene search and physical evidence handbook, and some old children's book. And oh, these are camera lenses. Yeah, I think I'll do like fly tying supplies and camera accessories in this thing. These are some more kind of neat things. CD, okay. Got these, which like activity books. Thought that's neat. And this is for 1933. Which all of these old books I really want to do. I could do it now. I have the thing that goes over the desk. Could flip through all these old magazines. Interesting that there's no tread in the footprints, or is that the brick? Oh wow. They need to bring back whatever hairbrush is. I actually have a nice collection of old hairbrushes that they might go in here actually. I'm trying to keep all old stuff that's just for collecting together. And trying to find more like shelves. I really like those tables that have the glass. Cause some of the smalls could be thrown in there. Oh, it's a Dickie. I got a Dickie. I want to try to figure out when this bangles, or this cuff rather, is from 2 Oh my god! I found my star horse. I mean, starfish. I did find my men's ties. Well, ties. Anybody can wear 'em, case in point. And I'm wondering if I should make a thing for old clothes also, because I do have some stuff that's really old, so it's not really. One more. Yeah, patches and pins. That'll probably go in sewing. Yeah, I'll do a clothing section. Well, not all of these are to keep, you know. I said hi. Oh, that slipped out. So first we got this little. First we got this little child's hairbrush or pet's hairbrush. This is probably my favorite. Holy trucks. So this one is probably my favorite. Yee. Yee. And this set is pretty nice and useful because it is like anti-frizz. It's been in a dusty box, so floors here. Methinks. But the reason I grabbed this, I like the design on it. Roses can't go wrong there. One day when I have my dream bedroom where it's like, I don't know, you know, like one of those giant bowls with the vessel, like the water. One of them. Excuse me. This. I just want to know what. It's very small. But I'll have to find out what technique that is. And this one. I have some other old, like, I guess, self-care stuff, like a old hair dryer, those kind of things. So I'll try to grab one of the. How many times am I gonna say old? Grab the old makeup bag to put the old. Look at the butter knife. I've got a lot of old patches and that kind of thing. It's all pins in the box there. Sweet, almost there. Yeah, here's another random cache of stuff. I just grabbed this camera from a thrift store and it has photos taken on it. So excited to get that. Let me grab these little boxes so I can start getting this stuff in there too. Got a lot of these caches that just from, you know, shuffling stuff around for a few years. Gotta get it all. $19.99. One of those stickers that came in those machines. That was heavier than I thought. Ow! I caught the glass bottle with my foot. Alright, so let me set that there. This stuff I'm gonna get a different, thing for, because most of that I'm probably just gonna pass out to people. Okay. Grab the clothing item. This is pretty neat. Very old glove. I'll put this in a cup. That tatted lace. This is neat. It's hard to... goes in device areas. Yeah. I used this for a U-Haul once. And I had to wear the key so I didn't lose it, which was nice. Functional key necklace. I don't really collect these. I just broke my favorite box. It fell, and it was a UFO. It was one of these, like ceramic boxes, but it was a UFO. And it was from Nevada. I probably still have the UFO, but I think but I don't know why. I can't get myself to get rid of this. And it's from '97, which it's the greatest year on Earth, probably. I don't know. It's getting hot. Nice later. Beaded later. Needs repaired, but sure somebody could get it working. There it is. There's, I think, from like some form of World's Fair or something. I forget. I looked it up. It says souvenir, and the opening, quite magical. Right here. And this has a little bit of give, so that must have been able to push out a little bit. Sorry for the crappy lighting. I could show you over there. It's just a little discombobulated, but getting there. and it'll be nice to the locker, you know, fur, feathers, foam, hyper organized, and that way, just with the drawers on top of that, that's everything, and that could be put into a camper, which really trying to find like what the best route is, and the school bus houses, wicked, awesome, obviously. I mean, kind of like heavily dug that idea for a long time, and like small houses and like RV living is never going anywhere. It's really is ingrained in a lot of cultures, but like RV and camping culture used to be quite prolific here, like evidenced by all the sweet home stuff I got when I was a kid. And my grandpa always got me camping stuff, even though a lot of it didn't ever end up using as a family. However, his like all-time goal was to have a camper and a Boston whaler and just RV and fish. But he had 5 kids. Just he never was, and bless my uncles and rest in peace to my only aunt. But they uh, aren't the most outdoorsy, I guess. My aunt liked fishing a lot. She had a seizure smoking a cigarette and her head hit the parking stone. Not too sure if I'm going to be able to get the comics in there, but slowly getting at least all the camera lenses together. Definitely looking for more lockers. I think that is the way to go. Dust-free shelves. I think they call them like lawyer's shelves or something. And the bookshelves that have the glass doors you can like open and slide above the books. They're pretty neat. More of these. And a Pirantis head. Power Rangers pin. Slow. Hey, Ron. 83. 74. It's a lot like a melt. Ooh, I gotta look that up. Got this thing. Which I want to get some balsa wood for popper heads, and then eventually try to carve some. I mean, I always wanted a lathe. I know they're super dangerous, but turning looks like a joy and a half, and you could get anything, like anything. Cups, bowls. Like if I had money and if I had the choice between a lathe and a kiln, it'd be a hard choice, right there. Oh, I might have to change though. This like, there's some efficient fabric. Yeah, I guess it's not even that hot in here. Here, let me set this mic down and change real quick. Is like music box music copyrighted? I wonder. Man, this desk is full. Oh yeah, egg cup. Oh yeah, all these. Hey. Found some really nice ceramic. Well, first egg cup. I don't know why, but the remnants of paint just I like it. And egg cup. Really good for painting. Got this when I was a kid, and I've had it ever since. But this is what I wanted to. Got these in Lake Worth for free. Pickles and nuts. Oh yeah. Love the heck out of them. I cannot wait to eat pickles and nuts from these holes. Oh, okay, these I could take out. These I'll be using like right now. Ooh. I don't know what this is. Oh. I don't know what this is, and I've been trying to find this purpose for a while. Perhaps just to scoop like some powder or something. Sugar? I don't know. It's really pretty. And these are my favorite little things. I have loads of these. Anytime I see them at the flea market, I'll always pick them up. Little olive skewers. When I was a kid, I used to be really, I don't know. Anyway, long story short, if you asked me if I wanted to buy it, I probably would have whipped out one of those. But now I proudly eat with my hands because my dad lives in another area code, so. Eat with hands like that guy on the Hostel train or whatever. I didn't see Hostel in full, but I watched like one scene and there was a guy eating a salad on the train and it's like, you have to be closer to your food or something like that, I don't remember. And I was like, yeah. This is also neat. It's a little address book and you slide this to the letter you need. I just wanted to get that in there somewhere. Oh yeah, old Tom's case. And I'm gonna put all like religious stuff together. Like I have a few pretty old rose. Oh crap! Oh, it didn't break. Thank God. It's from the cathedral in St. Augustine. And a little knife with somebody's business on it. Super sharp. Got two of those. Yeah, I'll put them in there. That's the other one. Very sharp. Yeah, I haven't been able to focus, and this room was a huge part in that, so I had to really like shut my mind off almost to figure out how to get ahead in here. And I think I missed 2 nights, which I really apologize for disappearing because I just money clip. I do have one that has an M on it too, if anybody's name starts with an M. trying to downsize. I really only want to kind of keep one of each object if I have a collection. Heart lighter. So you want to put these dice in a box. Oh. Put it in there. Dice cup. Some stuff I'll get to when I have a little... Ah, there it is. Little Coke pencil, that's nice.
Paper towels.
The kitchen. There's a little hole there. A bullet I shot in my parents' kitchen and then dug it out the wall. My dad was just like, shoot right there. And well, darn it, I said, okay. I should have said a bone crochet hook. I'm sorry to do this to you because I haven't looked at the cam or the chat at all. But this is also kind of a way to, you know, maybe 10 years from now. See it? Hey, appreciate that. The owl found at the same place I found this dress, and the woman who, she passed away, and her kids were having a yard sale to try to make room because they were all going to move into the house. And she was a collector, but she also taught like early pioneer life as well as history on antiques and the old ways and the old days. Really, really neat human being, and huge shame. She operated one of my favorite attractions of Yesteryear Village at the South Florida Fairgrounds, which one day when I'm able to like get out and about a little bit more efficiently, I want to volunteer there. It's a huge, huge, long time dream to volunteer at Yesteryear Village. So, man, give me a pioneer dress. I will walk around all day with like a candle. You know, I'll bring my own. It's like a spooky old pioneer town, you know, it's just scary. And there is a book, I needed to finish it. It's called Witches, 1692 or 1792. Please excuse my ignorance. But I only got through the first chapter, and it was enough to totally instill some things that I never really thought about as far as the witch trials in Massachusetts. It was so cold that like ink was freezing in the ink wells and couldn't really keep heat, and it was this, I don't want to say like a town like a struggling town, really just struggling, and I think losing minds a little bit contributed to a lot of that. Which isn't a novel like that or anything, I just never really thought of it like that. Because, never really put too much thought into it, I guess. I think it was, let's see. Today is a beautiful day. I really appreciate that, Duraj Kumar. And absolutely likewise from Southeast Florida. I can't get over how wicked that rain was. It was so necessary that it was like a faucet turning on and off. And maybe like a few rain or hailstones. I can't wait to see what the canal looks like. I would walk out there, but I think the last rain shorted out the internet, so it would just get a little glitchy. But if it's pretty, I could videotape it, because there is quite a lovely selection down there. And this time of year, before it gets too hot and everything's right on that bank and you can actually see everything, it's wicked. And like they're all just they're all so different, like shape, color, everything size wise, but they'll all be just like, excuse me, hardcore chilling on that bank. Like you can hear them whistling. Or like, do 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 do. That's what they look. There's like just fish on a stroll, and it it gets really hot out here, so I think I needed to pay more attention to that, because I swear to you, I've never seen so like many. Like I've seen tons down there, but I'm talking like, man, you could go down there right now and it'll just they're right there, just as calm as can be, and like you can walk right up to the water. Just really cool. I kind of want to just get some fish food, honestly, and get the underwater camera in it. That's the one thing that I really, really want to do. And I keep freaking forgetting. But I'm trying to find anyone I know locally that has a little free time, because it'd be nice to get more footage and stuff. And it's hard to, like, I've gotten better at remembering to record, but sometimes it's like pulling the canoe up. I really regret not recording that, because I did not think I was gonna be able to get it up. It was I was inventing things. I was engineering things while I was like convinced I was gonna get dragged into the canal. I was like, wow, if I had a piece of PVC pipe that like, you know, I could doodle it, but I was really convinced I wasn't gonna get it up, and I had it in my hands, and this like dry rotted rope was like tearing my hands apart. I was trying to wait for a car to pass by, but none did. But yeah, that thing is ready to get back out there. It just got full of water, so I had to pull it up the side of the canal to try to drain it. But still like a gallon of nose. It was not light. It isn't light. It is old fiberglass. It's got some weight to it. I'm really looking for a foldable kayak and a aluminum canoe, which now gonna be back in that area, and the aluminum canoe is in Lake Worth, and it's still on offer up, I think, or is it marketplace? Please don't scoop up my aluminum canoe. No, just kidding. Yeah, a lot of scores as far as canoes and kayaks up there. And like, what? $1.90. $1.90. I wish I was $1.90. I think, well, I'm 5'9", so I'm not the shortest. So, but I'm trying to get some meat on my bones. I have a pretty neat like setup for cooking outside. I just gotta get outside. Oh, in the produce section or produce place. I really wanna there's a few things. I don't know if anybody's made fish sauce before, but I plan on doing that. And trying to figure out what fish I have access to that I could use without. See, I don't have many people I can ask in person. Like, can I do this and get not like would I get sick, or how do I do this type of I could the internet. I know it's there, but it's also very vast and hella distracting. I really am trying to find people that are doing the thing that I want to learn how to do, so I could just like offer to carry stuff so I could watch and like really, especially with the fishing, because everyone targets different fish and everyone prepares fish differently, and there's so many like meals that could be unlocked with just the information and experience. And I'm focused on a lot of the smaller varieties of fish, aka bait fish, and hoping to get as many nutrients as possible. Never come home with an empty cooler. And if every time I went fishing with my dad, there'd be so many fish we threw back, and like some of it, yeah, undersized, wrong time of year. But some of it was just because I don't. People say that's gross, or I don't know what that is, which that's also valid. But man, we got technology now, and just point the camera at it. But also, everyone on the pier is giving their 2 cents. And as long as one person says this thing is edible, I don't care if they say it's gross or whatever. I'm looking to try it because that is nutrients that is right there in my hand for free. And you can make anything taste good. It's called breading and oil. So I wanna, I really wanna get going. Yes, church. Oh yeah, got a whole thing of fur. That is. So I should probably move the camera because now we're over here. I really like this. Just as decor, you know. It's party. I don't know what shelf to. Oh, I'll put it with the other. Got some really nice these. I used to have so many of these, but moves and gifts and stuff. Let us see. Alright. Here, let me grab some bags. I can pick up some of this lingering trash. Ooh, patina. That stuff is pretty neat. Oil of liver or something. It might not be that, but it acts like that. It makes it like black. And then you wanted to get a little further in that kind of area. There is a, oh, I don't know if Zoidberg's still here. Damn it, I need to grab my phone or put it on the charger so I can see the comments. But there's a website and it has all the recipes for patinas for every color. Like cobalt, you would use like ammonia, and you'd make a fume chamber, just a plastic bin, and put ammonia on like a paper towel soaked with ammonia on the bottom, and then suspended you put like salt on freshly cleaned copper to get cobalt. I haven't succeeded in getting like nice looking color, but I did get the like cobalt to form a little bit in like notches. But yeah, I got this. That's my haunted pub mirror. Hi, church. I don't know if you can see him. Oh, get in there. I just have to get all this stuff off the ground. Ah! Right here. Ew. Oh gosh. Did I rip my dress? Yep. I guess that. Little tear. Nothing too bad. Alright. Good job. I might change real quick only because I am I'm burning up in here. Set this here real quick. So don't have too much. Oh, have a plan. It's my sweet potato slips that almost fried, but have come back alive. Got a pot for those ready, so let me throw these out here. Only have a few plants going. That is my chives that I was given a small sprout of about 10 years ago. And still alive, thriving to a whole pot full. Need to start separating it, making more. But I got that. Some scallions that fried while I was gone, but they're coming back. Just need one to go to seed, and then seeds will fall in her. Or I'll use that pot. And then the sweet potatoes, I'm gonna just grow those for the vine. And that's greens, free greens, always available. That you don't have to do anything to. Like the chai, you have to boil to get the tannins out. I forget exactly, but the sweet potato vine is good as gold. Masks and I need to put this with glue. This I'm gonna put under here. Some shells. Not too sure. But they come in real handy. I will always pick up a small shelf from thrift shops, usually. Ink. A lot of ink. And these are crystal chips for resin, but also going to be making charm necklaces. And the bottles, I realized, I could be adding this to them also with the shells. And that way I kind of match the pendants to things. Which reminds me, I have a bag of glass bottles in here, but I'm not too sure where they are. But hopefully I'll find them. I was working on a collage, but never finished it. Oh crap, yeah. Madam Xanadu? I don't understand why nothing will be done with Madam Xanadu. What are they waiting for? Do you understand how many people would be Madam Xanadu for Halloween and how many, like, products and costumes you could sell right now? She was one of the most stylish, certainly. Like, right now, where aesthetics are a big thing. Wow, this old pink shoot of, Vampirella. They're like sisters. Let us see. £230. Yeah, I think 115 is I can't budge from that. Can never get. Don't really think I ever go lower than that, but never really get. I think the highest I've seen was 119, but closer to shop will make that easier because got good at like once a week sometimes, like every 2 or 3 weeks. However, I don't know. Walking to the store is a lot better. I don't want to sound like I'm like. There's this little market called Madam Meat Market, and it's got everything. And it's really small. Oh wait, what am I doing? Please don't go here. This is for flower arrangements. I will 100% use. Getting on with the random bits collected through the years. Made in West Germany. This, I believe, is a nutmeg grinder. And it has your little spot. It's just ironic. This and my candle mold, which I think I brought out there to put next to the making a laundry setup, outdoor laundry setup, which I used for a long time. But this Townsend's. I don't know if anybody's subscribed to Townsend's. If you're not, you should be. It's a great channel. Townsend's does like Civil War era kind of pioneer reenactment, but they have a catalog where they sell the clothing. Everything's made in America. And I really, really wanted the nutmeg grinder. It's a wooden box, and you store your nutmeg in that, and then it has the slider, which is your this. And then I was just gonna make one by taking a nail to some sheet metal, but within days, I found this at a yard sale. And then the same like week, I found the other thing. There's two things that I just really, really wanted. There's obviously a lot more, but it was the candle mold and this, and the candlestick mold. I was gonna get the short one because I couldn't afford the long one, but I found the long one at a yard sale too. Very neat. And don't know where I did with. Oh, we'll run into it eventually. Yeah, some of this floor stuff. Oh, no. I got BBs everywhere now. That's. I don't have a dapping set, which that's probably what I'm gonna squeeze for because I really want to make spoons and a few other things. I have loads of sheet metal, and I was gonna use it for jewelry to make maybe leaves or something. I don't know, some usable shape. But yeah, that is one of my focuses currently, and man, the dapping sets now are so available. I'm trying to. It's like $200 on eBay, like 100, or on Amazon 175 or something. But on eBay you get people's like Christmas gifts they never used. Got this lovely souvenir from eBay, but don't know if I'll probably put this in my vending thing, honestly, because I want to have a really broad arrangement. Because that's kind of the point, anyway. I like it feeling like old, or like someone's living room or something. Like the living room of a collector. It's one reason why I really want to do the camper or just trailer. Because then could set it up like a living space, and it could be used like a living space too, but everything in it's for sale. And that kind of thing. This can move. Unless it's stuck. It's hard. Oop, weird furniture. And got that for free too in the Lakewood. Oops, sorry. Ooh. You can't see it, but I did finally pull out the 1930s ice cream chair. I had two of them. Don't know where the other one is, but I found 2 frames. And then I pulled up at my parents' house one day and they were in the garbage or something. I have never been so offended in my life. God. Basket. And then anything I'm not going to be using for the next 5 years is going to be going in cardboard with silica packs and mothballs. Because I don't want anything to happen in South Florida. The heat, the bugs of all kinds. So, hey, chicken and biscuits, how you been? Yeah, my biggest dream really, cause kind of like, I don't know, just to like laid out there, only child, moved out really young, so kind of always lived in communal spaces, if you will, with like creative folk, and excuse me, post-pandemic, with the surge of rent and everything, pushed most of the people going out, or has just changed like a lot of like the way of things, or, like, and which not for everyone, and outdoorsy people are always outdoorsy, but isolation mode I think is a real thing, and it even took me a second to get out of it, because like I I just can't wait till I can sit down for a second and paint or something, or draw, to see what happens, because man, I don't think I'll ever get over it, that's for dang sure. Well, over it, yes, but it'll never not just, like, render me speechless. So, I really want to find some form of, see, there are the storefront buildings that have a storefront and then apartments up top. There's that, and then there are warehouses. However, I don't want it to get broken into. And some of those are just like sheet metal, like airplane hangers, which I romanticize the heck out of. Here it is. I found this days after I was like, man, I want this so bad. Townsend's catalog. And it's a good catalog just even for things that you didn't know you needed. And, this, I just, couldn't get over when I found it. Man, show and tell is sweet. A lot of it's gonna be packed up because I just kind of want like a camper worth of stuff. And a buddy of mine found one of those Airstream campers. Freaking lopped the wheels off of it and made it like a stationary shack thing. Cool, I guess, but man, the aluminum Airstreams, anything aluminum is so beautiful. Like I have, maybe I brought it out already. I have a few old Craftsman tools, aluminum, really nice. Continuing onward. I was gonna sneeze. I do have like some dust on my nose. Ow, my desk is very, very broken right now. But slowly but surely, just pile shade up, filter through it, repeat. And it's pretty much the only way I've been able to organize large amounts of items in really small areas. But it does work. I am not a hoarder. I am a collector. I'm a collector that can't afford plastic bins. Because for some reason, 4 for $100 for bins. For plastic bins. I was looking at the Rubbermaid totes, you know, it's a pretty classic. But oh, it is intense. And so I was looking up pack bags, like what comforters come with or come in. So that's probably what I'll do then. Or fabric and that kind of stuff. Because I don't want to back that away. I will sew some wearable objects within the next few months. Mark my words. My biggest dream is to learn how to sew, and man, not only are people beginning to just take matters into their own hands, which is a beautiful thing, and because also like materials and patterns, everything becomes more available, and but people are making sure they like put the information online and sewing tutorials. Oh, I'm so brutally grateful. So I'm ready for a working sewing machine. I'm real chill. No, I'm just kidding. Last time I pushed my dang sewing machine off the table. It was so frustrating. But it turns out it really was broken. So, and all of them are not broken. They're out of time. And yeah, so there used to be vacuum and sewing machine repair shops everywhere, but I know there's one or two on Okeechobee and Belvedere or something. One of those classic streets. But yeah, shout out to luck with my pile of sewing machines. So if anyone does have any recommendations, or if any of their friends, ladies, sisters, moms, grandmas, so that information is worth more than gold. Just looking for like an affordable sewing machine that won't crap out. after a few uses, because it falling at a time has been a huge issue. But gonna hand stitch. The real thing I want to make is skirts, because I come across a lot of really, really sick fabric that, you know, kind of pile up. So skirts are one thing that, also it's hard to find ones that fit without, you know, like hating the things, so gotta really get, that's all I can think about really. Because if I learn how to sew, like, you don't have to try to find anything specific, you could just make it. And my forever, like the rest of my life, is real simple, you know, like, I don't even know how to find clothes that, like, where would you find something that would fit, like, all the time? You can climb stuff with it without, like, getting tripped up. So it's, like, T-length or something. I forget the length. But it doesn't rip. Maybe it has a pattern so you can't see stains. But I have, like, 5 of them. And stuff like that. And I am grateful that skirts are my thing, because, man, they're easy to make. They really are. I have utilized many a bed sheet to make a skirt when I was younger. Oh, that was the cheapest sewing machine I've ever had to, and it was the best. It was the absolute best. It lasted years, and none other that I filtered through could say that. Oh, one moment. Sorry for the rambling, but it's very hot in here, and I'm not sure what I should work on next. Books, or, because one thing I overlooked is I have to figure out what to put. Let me see if I'm pointing at it. Well, where I keep the feathers and the dubbing, those aren't gonna fit in that thing. So I have to put them in stuff that does. Maybe a basket or something. Because closing it, no dust or anything. Oh man, I'm stoked. Then I could put... Huh. Okay! Right on. Alright. So, but... Okay. Yeah! Fuck this desk. Excuse me. So, this desk is going to be turned around to where it's how it's supposed to be, and then pushed up against the wall, and then all the stuff on it is going to go on top of that dresser, because that stuff is going to be in there, and that's where I'll tie, because that phone holder thing should be able to slip right in there and have the same, maybe not, but if I have to pull this desk out a little, I could also do that. Trying to get as much in, but with this little room. I mean, with as much floor space, 'cause shelves aren't as easy to come by out here. Like, I'm dead ass, you just drive around. It's a renting culture there, so a lot of furniture ends up on the side of the street every week, and that's like the only theory I have why there's the greatest furniture like I can't even find in the local shops. Never seen so much mid-century modern because it goes quick in shops, but by chance you could come across a lot of it. And oh man, I gotta get a second wind. Oh boy. And when is this gonna... Okay, what is this? This is a bin. What's in this bin? Alright, it's gonna get ugly. Okay. So... have paint stuff. Might need to move this chair. Ooh, these. Yeah. Bam. This is a doorknob from my grandparents' house. It's in a drawer, I'm guessing because it's got a little bent up. I wanted to grab one of the knobs. I was like, I'll replace it. Like, whoever buys the house is gonna replace them. Alright, so I'm gonna move this. Hello. Very few very few thrift shops. Hey, MK Fishing. Yeah, Townsend's is awesome. I have to make more of the... I haven't made too many of the recipes, but the lime peels, candied lime peels were really good. And the produce places around me have really, really cheap limes. Like 10 for $1. It's not that cheap anymore. It's like 6 for $1, I think, last time. But it used to be 10 for $1. But, oops. Not too sure where to situate this. Oh, let me show. My grandpa took this picture in the 70s, I'm guessing. Maybe 80s. Oops. And this, pretty neat. Oh, that's my grandma's. A glass cutting board. I found it stashed behind like a drawer, a dresser. But I love the art on it. I have no idea where to put this. Dear Lord. I denatured alcohol. I had a friend come over and he just started digging through my chemicals and stuff to find stuff that was fun to burn. I did not object. I did not stop him. He also went to get one of those rubber hands to catch lizards. And never seen anyone do that before. Okay. Sandpaper. Really want to make sandpaper with sand. You just get some really strong glue and brush it on to some sturdy paper. This originally was tools in here, like each one paint and clay stuff, but yeah, I just wasn't making everything, but you need one thing for a material. But store. It is brutal. It's like, oh. Or maybe I should finally change. Alright, one moment. Perhaps this window. Oops, what was that? But I would know. Oh, yeah, I'm always looking for people to fish with, cause what? Oops, sorry, I wasn't holding the mic near my face. I was looking for people, local people to fish with and hike too. I don't have a lot of fishing friends yet. A lot of my friends are actually vegan, and a few of them are, but I haven't talked to anybody in a long time because everyone doesn't like everyone else, because politics or whatever. Man, you're supposed to stay away from politics. Doesn't that spread the line? Alright, let me change real quick. This heat's getting to me a little bit. Oh, real quick. I made these earrings. It's supposed to be like Beauty and the Beast. Well, like a lantern, also those oil lanterns. Wanted to make a glass thing, but for the life of me, I couldn't find the glass tubes. I need to find more of them. These little glass tubes. I think they were for electricity or chandeliers. But, oh my. box. Someone just threw a bunch of glitter and threw some resin on it. Neat decision. Toothpicks. But, I like the copper stuff. Yeah. Found this dress that had a matching apron, but when I washed it, the dryer messed up and burnt it. It burnt a bunch of stuff, like straight melted. Somehow it took a while to notice, but usually. Oh, your mom does sewing. Oh, bro, that's sick. God, you gotta learn those skills. Everything. Oh, here's one of the aluminum sander. Excuse me. Sandpaper's completely chipped off of it. It's wild. But this one is excuse me, a Black & Decker. So I'm out of room. Let's see. Jeez, I don't drink too much Coke anymore because well, iron brew, but it's been a minute. Just like there's not, I don't want to sound like a broken record, I apologize. Anywho, but wow. But do you float more after you like power chug a Coca-Cola? It's nice. Looks like something that would be used to like Buddhist offerings. I'm not sure what to do with it, but I mean it's nice. It came with oh, I just saw it. A copper little cauldron thing. It's like $5 or something on eBay, and so I don't know. I was really into copper at this time, so hey. Oh, I don't know where to begin. There it is. Little incense thing, but go for a plant. Oak leaf creeping fig. Man, this doesn't seem to help this, it feels like the heat is on back here. That's a little better. Those are the setups I have for the shoreline right now. And that's just a bait caster, so it gives it ample time to practice. And for sand perch, and the surf rod itself. Alright, so I think I have to check the AC, but I'm going to eat and then continue on and probably break down these storage bins, which will be nice to be able to use for other things, so, and get this nice and full of productivity. After I eat, I'll pop back on. Might as well. I'm packing everything up, so trying to get everything organized first and take some time in on that. And I enjoy collecting objects for so long, and that's kind of what I have left at this point. But I love the heck out of this stuff, I'll be real, so like that collapsible basket. I cannot imagine living without it. Well, I mean, why? Just kidding. Anyway, happy trails. I'll see. I can match my clothes and that. Yeah, no, exactly. Excuse me. I've been packing some embroidery stuff because I want to start stitching over holes and stains, which that's what I used to do, and flowers and that kind of thing. But stitch like really local stuff, and be nice. Instead of like, you know, just vague flowers, do like specific ones. Try to just depict specific ones. Spanish needle, pompano. Really, like mahi mahi, like classic Florida shapes. Well, classic these parts shapes, you know. Big planet, bigger ocean. Well, I guess the ocean isn't bigger than the planet, but happy trails.